Today I'm going to show you some of the quick ways that I work with Noteplan. The first thing to check is that you're familiar with some of the plugins, that you know how to see them and turn them on. And today I'm going to look particularly at the Note Helpers plugin and the Quick Capture plugin, which are both ticked to show they're active. Command J is your friend. This brings up the command bar. And here I can type in the first few letters of all the different notes that I have in here. So I'm going to open that, and it's jumped to the last place I was active in this note. But say I wanted to go to a different place in it, Command J, and then jump to heading, and then here are all the different headings in this note. So I'm going to jump So I'm going to invoke the jump to a heading. Here it shows me the list of headings in this long note, and I'm going to jump up to near the top where it says MISC. But instead of those two different actions to get to this point, I could have done a single command. I could have done jump to note. Firstly selecting that, and then secondly selecting the particular heading I wanted to move to all in one go. But I can do more than that. I can say, actually, I've just had an idea and I'd like to add it to a particular note. So I'm going to again start my command bar, and now I'm going to use one of the Q Quick Capture plugin commands. And this is going to be quickly add a task at the top of a chosen note's heading, QATH. So I've had an idea for my next church council meeting. So I'm going to say, ask members about hopes for 2022. And I'm going to be adding it to the church council note. And I know that I have a heading area for my next meeting, which is there. So I've added it. I didn't have to move to the note, but just to show you it is there, I'm going to use jump heading to move to that item. And there is that task ready and waiting for me. This saves a lot of time having to move around. You can just add things directly. There are lots of other versions of the Quick Capture. I can add a line rather than a task. I can add to a particular day, to a journal within today's note. I can prepend or append some tasks and other items. But it also lets me get at the inbox. Now, if I show the inbox task, it's this, int, quickly add a task to your inbox note. So we're just going to add a test task to inbox. And again, that has happened behind the scenes. But let's go and find where that has landed up. For me, it's actually landed up in my note for today. Command T takes me to today's note, and it's added it there at the bottom. I may not want to keep it at the bottom, and so I'm going to use a different of the inbuilt keyboard shortcuts, Command Control up and down, and I'm going to move that around. In fact, I made that note to myself earlier, and I'm going to move that there as well. Now, here's quite a powerful little item. Open a user selected note in a new window. Say that I wanted to have something else on the side as well as today's note. So there's today's note, Command T. I would like to have that demos note open at the same time. So there we are. It's automatically opened up for me the demos note. But I can do better than that. I'm going to show you a separate app called Custom menu shortcuts. This is available on Setapp, which for me made it free. You can buy it, or in fact you can do it using the operating system itself, but this is just a quicker way. And here are some of the items I have set up. So for Noteplan, I have said to it I would like the /onw command to be made available when I type Shift Command O. Now, how do you find these? Well, again, if I go back to Noteplan and look in the menu, under where's it gone? Note Helpers, all of the commands are listed. And because they're listed in the menus, they are available through a custom shortcut. And in fact, it has picked up the fact that I've set it to Shift Command O in the menu item as a reminder of which ones I've set up. In fact, I've set up Jump to Heading as Shift Command H and others. So now I've set that up, I can use it just with that keyboard shortcut, and then jump to a different note. For example, a configuration note has opened up as a new window. And I'm showing you this because this is where you can set some items about this inbox. At the moment, I have the inbox set, the title of the inbox is blank, as nothing, which means that it's going to drop it into my daily note instead whenever I add anything to the inbox. But if I set it to the default, which is this special inbox note, and then add something to the inbox, which I've set up as Shift Command I, here's a test task for the inbox. And you have seen over here, the inbox note is created if it wasn't already present, and the test task has been added to it. So here are just a few of the ways that I speed things up inside Noteplan. I hope you found this helpful.